Today we're going to be talking about how to identify the topic, main idea, and supporting details for a piece of text. So this picture goes along with the text learning about the ocean. What are some inferences that we can make about this text solely based on the picture and the title? Two inferences that I make are that the ocean is very large and that it is important to our society. The reason that I make these inferences is because obviously in this picture we see that the ocean is very large, and from our previous knowledge we should know that the ocean is a very large part of Earth, and we should know that it is important because we are obviously learning about it, so that makes it important. Next, I'm going to say 3 words, and your goal is to pick the word that best goes along with this text solely based on the title and the image. The first word is tacos. The second word is fish. And the third word is sun. Which of these words do you think best goes along with the text? The correct answer is the second, fish. Fish best goes along with ocean because we know that fish live in the ocean. I'm now going to read the text, and while I read the text, I want you to think about the topic and the main idea. Learning about the ocean. The ocean is important to all living things. More than 70% of Earth's surface is covered by oceans. If you saw Earth from outer space, it would look similar to a blue marble. That's a lot of water. The ocean is the Earth's largest habitat. There is only one world ocean and 5 ocean basins. The water in the world's ocean flows between the ocean basins just like air moves around on land. About 1 million types of animals live in the ocean. Different animals live in different parts of the ocean, depending on what they need to stay alive. It is important that humans take care of the ocean so it stays healthy for years to come. One way to help the ocean is to pick up trash on the beach. The ocean is important to all living things. Over half of Earth's surface is covered by the ocean. Scientists have only explored 5% of the ocean. There is still so much left to explore. So for a moment, I just want you to think about the topic and the main idea of this passage. What do we think the main idea of the passage is? I think that the main idea of the passage is that the ocean is important to all living things. And why do I think that? Because the very first sentence, where you'll usually find your main topic or your main idea, is the first sentence. Okay, after you have underlined it on your sheet, I want you to flip your sheet over and write it at the main idea of the text. Okay, so we have our main idea identified. What do we believe is the topic of our text? I believe the topic of our text is the ocean because they are showing us a picture of the ocean, and our title is Learning About the Ocean. So for the topic of our text, I'm going to put the ocean. Okay, now together we are going to work to find 3 key details in our text that support our main idea that the ocean is important to all living things. So in this passage, I want you to read it silently, and I want you to try and identify 3 important details. The first supporting detail that I found in the passage is that more than 70% of Earth's surface is covered by the ocean. I would like you to also highlight this on your paper. And can you find the second supporting detail? The second supporting detail that I found is the ocean is the Earth's largest habitat. This supports our main idea because we know that many of our animals that live in the ocean are important to us on our everyday lives. And can you find the third supporting detail? The third supporting detail that I found is about 1 million types of animals live in the ocean. I also would like you to highlight this on your passage. We're going to flip our sheets over, and then we're going to fill them in to our key detail parts. Just pretend I did that because it'll take too long to write. Okay, now that we have done this together and I've taught you how to walk through each of the steps, I would like you to read this next passage by yourself and try and figure out the key details. Pretend you're reading and doing a different passage. Okay, after you have finished that, we're now going to learn how to put this into a summary. So we know that the topic of our sentence is of our text is the ocean. And we know that the main idea of our text is that the ocean is important to all living things. And we also know our three key details. So for our summary, we're going to start with our main sentence. So this is how we're going to summarize it. The main idea of the text: the ocean is important to all living things. We know that the ocean is important to all living things because, and then we will fill in with our first key detail. The ocean is important to all living things because more than 70% of Earth's surface is covered by oceans. So I'd like you to write that on your paper. After you've wrote that on our paper, we're going to add our second key and supporting detail. So our second detail is that the ocean is the Earth's largest habitat. And for our third supporting detail in our summary, we are going to put, we know that the ocean is important to all living things because about 1 million types of animals live in the ocean. And that is how you would create a summary based off of a text after finding the topic, the main idea, and 3 supporting details.